What's up, dudes and dudettes? I'm Rad Zach. Welcome to Rad Zach Review. The year is 1988. Technology is primo to the max right now. Movie special effects, they're out of this world. Also, space shuttles, they're out of this world. NASA just launched the Discovery. Music is so choice right now. You got In Excess, George Michael, he's doing his thing outside of Wham. That guy probably gets tons of ladies. I actually started trying to grow out some stubble because of him. I don't know if you can tell. It's looking alright. George Harrison, he's doing pretty good. One of the Beatles, he's still going. He's got his mind set on rocking. And finally, video games. They are totally popular right now. That's why I want to review the second game in the Super Mario Bros. Series, Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, I know it's weird science to start with the second game in the series, but what can I say about Super Mario Bros. 1 that hasn't already been said? It's one of the gnarliest games ever, and I expect tons from Super Mario Bros. 2. So, let's take a look at the tape close up. Label looks pretty good. Artwork's nice. It was a little bigger on the box, but I threw that away because who's going to need that crap? Looks like he's holding some sort of vegetable, like a radish, maybe even a beet. Maybe it'll help you beat the game. Thanks. Thanks for laughing. I'll be at the comedy club opening up for Andrew Dice Clay next week. Oh! Let's take a look at the gameplay.
The first problem I had with this game is that you couldn't kill enemies. I was trying to jump on them like the old game and it just wasn't working. I was basically riding them. Then I finally figured it out. You have to pick them up and then throw them off a cliff. So I just started murdering them all by throwing them off cliffs or even letting them take themselves out. A much more efficient way is to actually find the star power. That'll save you the hassle of finding the nearest cliff to throw your victim off of. Okay, after playing for a while the way I was, I realized I had to be doing it wrong. So I fished the instruction booklet out of the garbage. It only had a little bit of Ecto Cooler all over it, so it was okay. It turns out you can actually pick up the plants and throw those at them. Or pick up enemies and throw them at each other. You don't have to search for a cliff and throw them off that, like I thought. What are you going to do, though? Trial and error. So to start off, you can actually choose your own character now. And they all have their own special abilities, so choosing your character based on the level can either make the level very difficult or very easy. So if you plan on playing the game multiple times, you'll want to memorize the levels so that you can choose the correct character for that level. The main theme of this game is picking up stuff. You pick up plants, you pick up mushrooms, you pick up coins, you pick up one-ups. You can't pick up chicks though, unless you consider this a chick. So if you ever get stuck somewhere, just pick something up and throw it. 99% of the time, that's what you need to do. Now that we've talked about the basic gameplay, I want to talk about the story. I mean, this story is weird. I mean, it's not Howard the Duck weird, but it's pretty close. You're going to be doing some weird stuff like gambling, going to other dimensions, getting eaten by eagles. Now, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin the ending. Like somebody did for me with that new Bruce Willis movie. You know, the one with all the dead people. Die Hard. Yeah. I knew Hans Gruber was dead the whole time. Now I want to talk about the graphics. This game looks amazing. The characters are detailed, the colors are bright. They just don't waste any space on the screen. I mean, just look at that water effect. I've never seen water look that realistic. This is definitely one of the best looking games I've ever seen. Even if you don't like the new gameplay, there's no denying that this game looks 10 times better. I know there's going to be those people who say, oh, the original's better, oh, it looks better too, because they don't like change. It's like when my dad says Bo Derek is hotter than Kelly Preston from Space Camp and Twins. Bo Derek might have had a nice bod in the 70s, but this is almost the 90s, and you gotta find a new girl, Dad. And now for my favorite part of this game, the music. Just listen to some of this stuff. One thing that's totally awesome that I found out is if you press pause, it actually plays just the bass line to the song. Now that's a bass line John Taylor would be very proud of. He's the bassist from Duran Duran. I'm sure nobody knows who I'm talking about because nobody ever knows who the bassist is. It's always just about that pretty boy lead singer, like, oh, look at me, I got a high-pitched voice and I'm grinding on the mic stand. Do you know how bogus a song sounds without bass? Well, the answer is way bogus. Okay, that's enough whining. I got a little off subject there. Let's go back to my pretty face for the wrap-up.
So, there you have it. That's Super Mario Bros. 2. It looks great, sounds great, and it plays great. It's just different. Like, really different. Different's not always a bad thing. It's just, I don't know. It's almost like they took a whole nother game and then just threw Mario characters in there. But they wouldn't do that, would they?